Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to Halloween week. So, for the last 2 days, we've been working pretty hard. We worked at a pizzeria, we worked as a Grim Reaper, and I think it's time to take the next step. We've got a stable job, stable pay, and I think it's time we start looking for other ghouls to date. For a ghoul friend? Ghoul friend. Yeah, that one. So we're gonna go and do some speed dating for ghosts. Another skeleton hand. Hello there. Hi. You must be new here for speed dating. I am. My name's Fran. Nice to meet you. My name is Max. I run this little operation. It's nice to meet you, Fran. You're a nice one. Thank you. I try very hard. We get all kinds of ghosts here. Nice ones, sad ones, a few spooky customers. It gets lonely being a ghost. Understandable. Big mood. It has been pretty difficult. It has? Wonderful. Let's get started. We've got 3 rooms set up, each one with their own super fun themes. You pick one and sit at a table. Makes sense, doesn't it though? Other ghosts who also signed up sit across from you. You'll have a few minutes to get to know them. Then a bell rings and you switch seats. A bell rings from somewhere. Just like that. In all, you'll meet 3 ghosts over 2 rounds. And at the end, you get to choose your favorite. If they liked you too, you go on a date. Seems pretty simple enough. How's it all sound? I can't wait. Neither can I. First things first, though. Oh. That. Choose your room. Room of palms, room of liars, room of black. Let's start right to left. Room of black. Ooh, lovely flowers. The room of black isn't really a room at all. It's more of a garden courtyard. The sun beats down on you as you squint to see what's growing. Rows upon rows of yellow and brown plants, drying and rotting in the sun. What fruit these plants produce shriveled on the vine. But there's a peace in this place. The crickets are chirping. A well beyond the garden, a train passes. You sit at the table opposite an empty chair. A bell rings and a ghost appears. Oh. Ooh. I'm a ghost. Ooh. Ooh to you. Lol. Wait. Lol. Thanks for trying. Isn't being dead great? That's pretty neat, right? Being dead is the best way to live. But I'm Dre. I'm Max. I'm like dead, obviously. It's nice to meet you. Square. Oh. Hey, I'm cool. Sure you are. That's not your Pontiac in the parking lot, is it? Oh, Pontiac? Pon. What's wrong with my car? It's a moonfire. Who are you trying to fool with that spoiler? Not me. Deads drive the worst cars. It's like you die, and you instantly forget how to live. Dre looks around. I mean, look at this place. Only ghosts would think a rotting garden is a good place to pick up. And yet you're here. Well, yeah, I'm here. Ever tried dating ghosts in the wild? They all just contort and wail. And not in a good way. Yeah, I feel that Max was a nightmare. I assume you mean a literal nightmare. I've gone out with all kinds. Pretty girls in dresses, who carry their own heads, a shadow who refuses to let me look directly at him, Being dead is great. I think he's in slight denial about being dead, to be quite honest. It's the other dead people that kill me. Ha. It's pretty blunt. Where? I could use one. Just kidding. Pot does nothing now. Holy does nothing now. Holy doesn't do nothing. Getting messed up is the only thing I miss about living. When I was alive, I loved jokes about dying. Life sucked. Jerks everywhere. Never enough money. The jerks got the money. I'd be all, the best way to die, the best way is to die now. Before death does me in, it should at least buy me dinner. Jokes, you know? But now that I'm dead, it just feels right. Like maybe it was meant to be. Which I guess makes sense. Since we all die in junk. Ah. The bell rings. Antler Ghost rang that bell. That means we change places. See you in a bit. Goodbye. Alright, we get to pick another ghost appears. Oh! Oh, hello there. I'm Hattie. You'll have to forgive me. I'm a little shy. Ooh. It's just so nice to get out of the home. To see a new face. I like your face too. You are too kind. My looks aren't what they were. Guess when you get old, you look it even after you go. I haunt the old folks' home, where I died. Queen Mary's. It's not a nice place to live, let alone die. Oh. I wouldn't say poorly. The nurses did their best. But they are short-staffed. The residents are frequently neglected. To make Queen Mary's a little better, that is my mission in death. Very, very, very honest mission. You go, Hattie. How do you help? Any way I can. I keep watch on vitals, ring a nurse when needed, tuck residents in at night. In their final moments, I whisper in their ears. There's more, I say. Just you wait. That's so nice of you, Hattie. I love you. I never thought death would be like this. As ghosts, we have the power over the living, whether they know it or not. We ought to use that power for good. I agree with you, Hattie. Now that you're dead, what do you do with your time? I help people too. I play tricks on people, still figuring that out. I think I'm gonna go with I'm still figuring that out. But Hattie is definitely a good influence on my undead life. It's strange, being dead. There's a Bible verse I think about sometimes. It is better for you to enter the kingdom of God with one eye than to have two eyes and be thrown into hell, where the worms that eat them do not die, and the fire is not quenched. I still have both of my eyes, but what I see isn't like hell. Hell is other people. I've heard that. I don't believe it. I can't imagine anything worse than being alone. I feel that deep within the recesses of my undead soul. Where were you? Were you alone when you were alive? No, I had a partner. Milton. He's still alive, actually. A resident at the home. Oh, I guess our time's up. A bell rings. Oh, I guess that's our time. I suppose I'll see you again. When I come back around. Thank you for the talk. I love you, Hattie. Next ghost. Another ghost appears. Oh. The ghost says nothing, only stares. Stare back. The ghost eyes narrow. Narrow your eyes. The ghost opens their mouth wide. Ooh. Wider. The sides begin to crack in terror. Inside smells so foul, musty and sour, like rotting peaches. The ghost lets out a guttural cry, low and lonely. The other ghosts in the room are all looking at you. Stand my ground. You are not like the others. I could say the same about you. I am a vengeful spirit, not unique among ghosts. Just perhaps among these ghosts. Well, you're still welcome here. Vengeance is never welcome, but still, it exists. I exist. A lost soul, not unlike yourself. You can call me Gary. That is who I was. Who I used to be. Tell me about Gary. Gary was a simple man, an accountant. Common. Gary liked the patter of rain, baseball games, and decaffeinated coffee. What happened to Gary? The ghost eyes grow wide. He breathes in deeply, remembering something horrible. Do not be sorry. Sorry is reserved for those who are not. I feel the blade. The life draining out. Emptied. An empty space. Where once there was something. Now cobwebs. A draft. I'm so sorry, Gary. Do not be sorry. Gary is gone. Oh. The bell rings. Your time with Gary is over. He lifts his fragile frame and shandles over to the next table. What is he looking for? Poor Gary. The second round begins. Ah, it's Trey again. Everybody's so flipping gloomy here. Yeah, we're dead, bruh. I keep thinking, who died? We could liven it up a bit. Oh man. Okay. Like a prank? Or maybe we could try scare the other ghosts who haunts the hunters or something. We should make something float. Make something float? That's all you got? Man, we should go haunting. Freak out some flesh bags. Give them something to be afraid of. I'd like that. Cool. I don't meet a lot of ghosts like you. Nice ones, I mean. Usually I pal around with other poltergeists. So you actually think I'm nice? I mean, why not? It's not like nice is all you are. Nice is a bonus for me. A personality quirk or whatever. I'm not always nice. Oh, I'm sure. You're so mean. Scary, too. Don't make that face. I like you just the way you are. I like you just like you are. Oh, thank you. I sort of collect weirdos. My friend Beck likes to make corpses wink. That must scare so many people. At morticians. Yep. At open casket funerals. Allison haunts an airport hotel. Guess she likes to watch weird people do it. I just hang out. I go to shows. Terrorize this normie couple I know. Rich types who move into my old house. They actually put up a plaque that says, live, laugh, love. Ugh. Blah. So, you're bored? Yeah, I guess. I sort of wasted my life. I don't want to waste my death. I want to meet ghosts who aren't like me. I'm sick of doing the same things. But then I actually remember. I like doing those things. I just want to share them with someone new. Yeah, it's a big mood there, bruh. I know I probably sound pathetic. No, you don't. Oh. The bell rings. Already? That was okay. Come find me after. Oh, we'll do something. What do you have in mind? You'll see. Wink. Oh, he was nice. Like, I thought he was kind of an asshole at first, but he grows on you. Like a fungus. Hello again. How is the speed dating going? Is it everything you hoped it'd be? You're my favorite so far. There's no need for flattery. Aw, we're already getting along fine. There's something different about you. A light. I can literally see it glowing in there. Oh, thanks. In your guts. Thanks. Just don't let it go to your head. Dying has shown me there's still a lot to learn. Always something new worth knowing. Hattie looks at the rotting garden around you. Do you like gardening? I personally don't. I mean, gardening is nice. It's a nice hobby. I don't do it partially because I'm really bad at it, but I do like gardening, so I'm gonna say yes. I never cared much for flowers. They're beautiful, but they sure don't last. Vegetables are where it's at. I have a friend who would agree with you. I love ones that grow like the dickens. Squash, snap peas. Spaghetti squash vines are thick and sharp. They will choke other plants if you're not careful. I like tomatoes. Tomatoes are finicky plants. They need water to survive, of course. But they're too much and they'll start to get sick. Now that we're ghosts, I know we don't need to eat. I still like to grow food. It helps something live, you know? The bell rings. Oh, there's the bell. I'm due to the nursing home tomorrow. I'd be honored if you join me. It's not as exciting as a date as other ghosts might offer, but it has its rewards. Someone dear to me is taking a turn for the worst. I'm afraid he only has a few days left. I want to make sure he knows they won't be his last. That sounds wonderful. I'm pleased that you agree. I'll meet you at the Queen Mary's at 7 a.m. Sorry if that's a little early. I'm my best self before noon. Goodbye, Grandma. Hattie floats over to the other table. She looks back and smiles. Oh, she's so cute. I love her. Gary, welcome back, bruh.
Why are you so sorry?
What do you mean?
When we spoke the first time, you apologized profusely. Why?
I feel bad.
I do not need your pity. I need to know what happened to me. I recall slivers of my last moments alive. Emotions, work, a shadow along the wall. I know these memories are important. I do not know how they fit together.
Tell me about work, tell me about the shadow, tell me about the emotions. Tell me about the emotions.
There was anger, frustration, guilt. Now all I long for is revenge. It pumps through me like blood. But how can I need revenge when I don't know what happened? When I don't know who is to blame?
You mentioned a shadow?
The shadow was long, dark, but familiar. It crept along the wall. It crept through the office as we worked all night. It came for me. It has a name. Oh, why can't I remember its name?
Gary's eyes looked so threatening when you first met him. Now they look sort of sad. You're a good ghost, Gary.
Your kindness.
Oh, he's smiling.
It's rare among our kind. I still feel the blade. The life draining out. Join me after the final bell. Together we will discover why.
The bell rings. Gary left a strange transit map behind. Routes you've never seen. A certain stop is circled. Choose your date. Oh, I like all of them. Dre, because like that's just like what he feels is such a mood. And Hattie, because she wants to help people, but technically she's still already married. And if she's talking about the one who's close to her, it's probably her husband. But Gary, I really like Gary. I think I'm gonna go with Gary. I want to help him. Because Hattie says you should help others in life. So I'm gonna help Gary. Let's go. You arrive at the bus stop where Gary asked you to meet. The last bus went by hours ago. Still, there are other ghosts waiting for something. One natters to herself like a squirrel. Another is on the ground, arms around his knees, rocking back and forth. The third ghost has his back turned, staring silently into the darkness. It's Gary. Oh, he's got a little bow tie on. That's adorable. He's wearing a bow tie.
I wore a bow tie.
You look nice.
I wish to look respectable. One must look respectable when meeting one's end.
Valid.
Even for the second time. Also, I thought you would like it.
And you're right, I do. I love it. Oh, Gary, I love you.
Briefly. We are going to the place where I died. The office where I worked as an accountant. Under the tracks, where the trains grind and the walls shake, the dead end of a crooked drive.
Sounds spooky.
Yes, spooky.
A dim purple light washes over Gary's face.
The dead of night bus has arrived.
The bus is not sanctioned by any city. Its driver is a wisp, a fragment of a broken spirit trained to perform repetitive tasks. You and the other ghosts get on the bus. There is no fare. You all paid the price. Oh, Gary.
The office is just as I remember it. I sat in that corner. Accounting is not thrilling work, but it can be exceptionally busy.
The papers on Gary's old desks are carefully stacked. It seems like he liked to keep things orderly.
My partner's desk. Always a mess.
Papers and rotting food cover every inch of this other desk.
Service.
What about your service?
Not my service. Service was my partner. Service Gelke.
What was he like?
I worked with the man for 16 years. At first for a bank. We were miserable. So we struck out on our own.
Gary sits at Service's desk. He turns on the lamp to get a better look at the papers. Was he a friend?
He was a thief.
A green and gold lamp collected dust on Service's desk casts a long shadow. The shadow begins to move. It creeps along the wall until it hangs squarely over Gary.
He was telling our clients they owed money. Money they did not owe. He would pocket it for himself. Small amounts so I would not notice. But even small numbers did not add up.
Gary struggles to stand. He seems troubled by something.
When I confronted him, there was a fight.
In this room?
Yes. I killed him. Oh God. I still feel the blade. The knife in my hand. I looked for gloves, bleach. I found them, but I could not hide what I had done. Instead, I called the police. Sitting quietly in the dark, I waited for them to arrive. When the officers knocked on the door, I was so scared. They warned me, but I could not let go of the weapon. Frozen in place, right there in our office. They shot me where I stood. I died here, same as Service.
At least now you know.
I am haunted by an act of vengeance. not the need for it. I am so sorry for bringing you here. I am so sorry for not... I am sorry. I am not good. Don't be sorry. You are right. Sorry is reserved for those who are not. I must carry this burden, atone for my act. I take comfort knowing Service is out there, somewhere, perhaps seeking his own vengeance. I suppose it's only right that I give it to him.
Oh, Gary. Gary is gone. The office is darker now. On the wall you see a portrait, two smiling men, Service and Gary, the day they opened their firm. The office begins to shake as the first train of the day rolls by overhead, but the picture stays fixed to the wall. Oh. You know, when I picked this game to play, I didn't think it would actually make me sad. Gary, I love you. It was such a good game. Well, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for watching. And I hope you have an excellent night. And, I hope your afterlife is a little better than Gary's. I love you, Gary.